welcome back to the Revive Then Thrive podcast. I'm your host, Hallelujah Adams, LMFT and relational therapist. I'm so glad you're joining me. We're continuing our series, Attachment in Action, How Our Styles Shape Our Struggles, where we unpack the deeper stories behind how we show up in love. In episode 13, we explored the emotional roots of our attachment and how our strategies, whether anxious, avoidant, or disorganized, that's a bit of both, are not problems to fix, but signals pointing to our deepest needs. Today, in episode 14, The Pursuer's Protest, Anxious Attachment, and the Fight for Closeness, we're turning toward a role that many of you may know well, the pursuer. Let's begin here. Behind every protest, every "you never listen" or "why don't you care," there is a cry, a longing, a need to know, can you see me? Are you really there? This is the heart of the pursuer. Often, someone who carries an anxious attachment strategy. It's a person who reaches, sometimes urgently, because closeness feels fragile. And when that closeness is threatened, they fight to hold on to it. Relational Thriving's 1. We understand the pursuer's behavior not as nagging or demanding, but as an attachment protest. A protest against the pain of feeling unseen, unheard, or unloved. Anxious attachment often forms in relationships where availability was inconsistent. Sometimes your caregivers were there, sometimes they weren't, and so you learn to stay hyper alert, to protest disconnection, to say or do whatever might keep someone close. In adult relationships, this can sound like, why didn't you text me back? Do you even care? If I don't remind you, you'll just forget about me. It might look like needing reassurance over and over again, or getting louder when your loved one gets quiet. It's important to name, this isn't about being too much. It's about fearing that you don't matter, that your emotions are a burden, that if you don't reach, you'll be left. Relational Thriving's 2. Instead of judging your reactions, pause and ask, what am I really afraid of right now? Is this a protest or a plea for closeness? Often pursuers have a deeply held belief. If I stop reaching, the relationship will fall apart. That belief may come from real past experiences, being ignored, forgotten, or punished for having needs. So the nervous system responds with urgency, with protest, with pressure. But here's the tender heart of the matter. Under all of that is a young part of you asking, do I matter enough for you to stay? Relational Thriving's 3. When we soften and name the fear underneath the protest, we create space for true connection. We help partners hear the pain, not just the volume. One of the hardest things for pursuers is feeling like they're too much, too emotional, too needy, too intense. Relational Thriving's 4. So here's a practical step you can take when you notice the protest rising. Pause and breathe. Notice what's happening inside. I feel scared you're pulling away. Express the need softly. What I really want is to feel close to you. Shifting from protest to vulnerability takes practice, but it's in that space when you let yourself be seen without defense that real change can happen. Here's what I want pursuers to know. You are not needy. You are not too much. Your longing makes sense. Your emotions are not the problem. They are the doorway to connection. But your strategy, how you express those emotions, may be shaped by fear. And when you name the fear, you offer your loved one a chance to respond differently. Over time, with consistent safety and care, anxious attachment can shift. You can move from protest to peace, from panic to presence. Next week, we'll turn toward the withdrawer, someone who may not be checked out but overwhelmed. We'll explore avoidant attachment, the emotional logic of shutting down, and how silence is often a bid for protection, not rejection. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to download the companion worksheet, The Pursuer Protest, to reflect more on how anxious attachment might show up in your relationships and how to express your needs without pushing your partner or loved ones away. And if you found today's episode helpful, subscribe, click the bell, and consider sharing it with someone you care about. Next time, we'll explore the withdrawer's world and how to reach them with compassion. Until then, remember, your pursuit is not a flaw. It's a signal, and it deserves to be heard with love. Heart hugs, y'all.